Okay, so before you begin reading Chapter 1, Lesson 2, what I want you to do is look at the front page and just kind of look through what is going to be in this section. So we have ideas to explore. These are going to be things to think about and give you information about what you're going to learn about in this section. It also tells you about the places you're going to discover and learn about, and it gives you words to welcome. These are vocabulary words, and they also tell you how to say those words in case you're not sure what the word is, or in case you've never heard that word before. You can sound it out using the help right here. Then when you start reading, you'll see that the title of this page is Our State Symbols, so you can tell that we're going to be learning about symbols. It also again shows you how to say that word. We can see that there's bold words here. These are going to be important words, we know, because they're dark, much darker than the other words. They also have italics here, which is where the words are kind of slightly turned a little bit. And those are going to be important things for us to know too. So we can look at the text right here and just tell that there's going to be some things that are going to be different for us to look at to see what's important on this page. There's also pictures that we can use to help us as we're reading to kind of figure out what it's telling us. So like for state flower, here's a picture of the apple blossom, so you can kind of see exactly what it is they're talking about. Last page, again, you have these bold words and you have these italic words that are going to show you the important parts of this page. They're going to show you important things that you need to know, some different symbols, and what those symbols represent to Michigan. There's also pictures here that go along with some of those symbols so you can see exactly what they're talking about. And then on this page you again have more symbols. They're in italics, and you have bold words that show what the symbols are. And then you have pictures that go along with them. You even have a little more explanation about each picture. Here's an actual photograph of a real person from Hillsdale College. His name is Chase Beck, and he is holding some real bones, and you'll learn about that here. One thing that would help you as you're reading is to just read it in chunks. So you'll see there's a couple sentences here. They're broken up into little sections. So read one section at a time and then look over at the picture and try to figure out what it's showing you, and then think to yourself, what is that paragraph about, and then move on to the next paragraph, and that will help you kind of remember what symbols you have just read about. Okay, on this page you're going to find that there are pictures here that you've probably recognized before, possibly this flag you've seen at school or at some other places you've been. Some of you have been up to the Mackinac Bridge, so you might recognize this picture or something similar to this picture. So use what you have seen in Michigan, things that you already know, to help you when you're reading these sections, to help you see more about them. You can learn more about the pictures and the symbols, but you can also use what you've already learned to help you deepen your knowledge. On this page, you'll again see those bold words and italic words, and you'll see the pictures that go along with the words, but they also have a little bit more explanation about what they're talking about here. So they're talking about the common good here, and then it gives you a little more explanation about it. It even gives you an example that it's thinking about what is good for everyone. So make sure you're looking at those and reading through those to help you understand some of the tricky parts right here. Last page in your section, and it shows you a little more about Michigan. It gives you some fun facts about Michigan. It tells you about the deposit with soda cans. It tells you that you can get 10 cents for each can, and you can kind of see where else in the United States of America that they have deposits for cans. So not every state has them. You can learn a little bit more about that on this page. So use what you already know. Some of you drink pop at home, or you've seen pop cans and you know how to recycle them, and you can learn about that again here, and that will help you. As you're reading, I just want you to look over those vocabulary words, pay attention to those italic words and those bold words throughout the section, and pay attention to each paragraph and kind of take note in your brain about what it is you're reading about and learning about to help you remember the symbols that you're going to learn about that are important to Michigan.